Hi, I'm Charlotte Cheney, and this is Soul Connections, and this is my friend Penelope. As I promised you, she is a Feng Shui specialist. Penelope, can you tell us a little bit what you do?
Yeah, I have a company called Elemental Home and Office, and we offer feng shui services to people. So we really help to look at what's really not working in your home and look at some of your best colors, your best shapes, best directions for you and your family, and really help to make your house a more calm and balanced place.
So why would that be important as part of self-care or environment?
Well, I think with a lot of people who are more empathic, they tend to absorb all the environment around them. They tend to absorb other people's emotions, especially for people that have had trauma or anxiety. They tend to absorb everything around them. So coming home and really having a space that's defined for them, and a space that they really love, and a space that they enjoy, and a space that really feels like it's part of who they are is really important. It just helps to calm that anxiety and helps to almost like part of healing that trauma.
Okay, so it's sort of a safe zone.
Definitely.
So I've always thought that I wanted my home to be a sanctuary.
Oh yeah.
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 So that takes effort, right? So
it does. And a lot of the times, if you have a lot of trauma and anxiety, it's hard to make that effort. And so it's just taking baby steps. It's looking at things and saying, do I really like them? Do I really want this in my environment? And not going out and having to spend a lot of money or invest a lot of money up front, but really looking at your environment and saying, do I really like these things?
Mm-hmm.
Does it have good lighting? Does it feel good to me to be here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if somebody was just interested in possibly what you're saying, is there what would be one first step with it? Could they reach out to you? Are you only local in Frederick, or
I can go I have a newsletter list. People can get on my website, Elemental Home and Office. They can get on my newsletter list. I'll send out different things like good lighting choices, different things about color, different things about furniture arrangement to help you feel more empowered and grounded and balanced in your home. I'll also talk about plants and their effect on your health and your happiness and ways that they can detoxify a home. I have people that I work with nationally and internationally, and they'll send me pictures of a room, and they'll ask me questions, and I'll help them with furniture arrangement, different colors.
Okay.
I have people that do that all the time, different lighting choices, things like that.
So earlier you were talking to me about seasonal affect disorder.
Yeah.
And what do you suggest for that?
Well, I really think that investing in some full spectrum bulbs is really great. You can get them on Amazon, look up full spectrum bulbs, and they're really great to have in spaces that are darker. And a lot of the times I call these spaces like negative chi spaces that maybe don't get a lot of sunlight, and you just go into them and you just don't feel great.
Right.
So having full spectrum bulbs are great. The only thing is you want to have an alternative light source for night. Because the full spectrum is really daylight. It's for daylight, and it'll interfere with your melatonin and your sleep cycle. So have an alternative source for night, but keep those full spectrum bulbs on during the day. It'll really help with seasonal affective disorder.
So what I'm also hearing you say is that your environment might help you sleep. I know so many people, middle-aged women in particular, are up all night long and they can't figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think sleep is a complicated thing because our hormones change, but I do think this is just a practical thing. I also deal a lot with electromagnetic frequencies, and sleeping with your phone right by your bedside, no. Get a battery-operated alarm clock, use that as an alarm clock. Get your phone out of your bedroom because that light is so bright, it will not let you release the melatonin. It interrupts that cycle.
Okay.
So get the electronics out of the bedroom. I don't even recommend people have TV in their bedroom. I know people get really aggravated about that, but I just don't think it's a great idea to have TV in the bedroom. and you get all that light, all that stimulation right before you go to bed. It's not good.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so overall, taking care of my environment is will it help my soul? Will it help my...
I think it does. I think the one thing that you want, the one thing that I'm really cognizant of when I go into somebody's home is looking at the clutter. A lot of the times because we're in a state of anxiety or in a state of trauma, we don't even see the clutter anymore. So really getting rid of the clutter as much as you can, having a calm, peaceful space that you can rest and rejuvenate in, having a place that has good air quality, good lighting, good color selections. The one thing that I do is I do natal charts for people, and I find out your best natal colors, your best shapes, the best directions for you to be sleeping in, and that really helps people's soul. It's almost like it helps. It can help resolve conflict in a family when everybody's natal colors are in shared rooms.
Wow.
It just resolves tension. A lot of the times you'll find, I know this isn't what we talked about, but a lot of the times you'll find that the dominant person in the family will have all of their colors everywhere,
right,
but the people that are less dominant won't have them.
Right.
And so bringing those natal colors of the less dominant people into the shared spaces helps them to come forward, helps them to feel heard and seen. And that's helps with the harmony of that person, but it also helps with the harmony of the whole family.
That's really valuable, because I was actually going to ask you, like, how can kind of dealing with my issues with environment,
Yeah.
right? How could that affect people in my family? And I love what you just said. So
Yeah.
I think what I heard you say is your, tell me again, your company is called?
Elemental Home and Office.
Elemental Home and Office, is that .com?
.com,
Okay.
yeah.
And so you have a mailing list, right?
Yeah.
And so with updates, and so you send stuff out, and one of the things we could do is kind of sign up for that natal. Is that what it's called?
If people want to, they can email me at, or they can contact me, and I can do those charts for them. Yes.
Okay, good. All right, yeah, because that sounds great. Because I can understand, particularly when you say a dominant personality, often the woman, right, might run the home and maybe then not understand what other people need. And so particularly in our home, we have 10 people.
Oh my gosh.
And it's, would love to know how we could represent everyone in every space so that people are comfortable.
It's challenging.
Yeah.
It's really challenging. And I'll just tell you a little story to be completely transparent about my life. I tend to be more of a dominant personality in my family. I have a daughter who's very quiet and introverted. And when I did the whole colors for our family, there was none of her colors in the house. And her complaint a lot is that people don't hear me, people don't see me. And when I started to put her colors, and we talked about her colors, and we started to talk about how can we incorporate these colors in your room, do you like these colors? And she started to say, yeah, I'd like to have more of these colors. And then we started to incorporate them more in the house. It's almost like that issue disappeared.
Wow.
It's almost as if my brain started to change, and because I'm a more extroverted personality, and I started to come down a little bit, and she started to come up, so we kind of met each other in that midpoint,
right?
And just having those colors, whether that's real or imagined, it was a reminder for me on a daily basis to keep making sure that she felt heard and she felt seen. It was almost like, is it the natal colors, or is it just that reminder that sometimes we need to make these little shifts in our lives for other people and for ourselves in order to have these complex relationships.
Right. That is so valuable.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to wrap it up, but I was just, would you come back sometime and share something?
Sure.
And so tell my audience again who you are and where they can meet you.
Penelope, Elemental Home and Office. It was really nice talking with you today, and I wish you health and happiness and a beautiful home.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much,
and
Charlotte.
You can find me at charlottesoul.com, and make sure you're taking care of yourself. If you just take a little moment and look at your environment and see you have a little change, you can make a little bit of awareness to where you are, and possibly give Penelope a call. Certainly sign up for her mailing list so you can stay updated on that wonderful information, and take care.